All right, here we go. All right, what is going on, everybody? I know I'm back once again for the. I had to take a week off, had work and everything, but I am back, and my co-host, Kid the Gamer, said, "What's up?"
What's going on, peoples? Mark, how you doing today, man? Good.
I'm doing good. It's about to get much better after the show.
Why is that?
Can't wait.
What's going on? What we got planned?
I'm going to NXT in Nashville.
Okay. Okay, NXT. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yep, it's gonna be dope.
You said what?
But let me
Okay,
go
there you go.
ahead and you can hear me. I'm
Yeah,
good.
you good. You good.
All right. But all right, this little rundown I'm gonna do is gonna be the the Super Bowl, but we gonna say that until last. Got some NFL news, some hirings from Nashville that I'm gonna get into,
Uh huh.
and some NBA news, some interesting hot takes from the NBA. Um, what you want to hit first in regards to the NBA news?
I mean, you tell me, Mister NBA, Mister NBA is better than the NFL. I'm following your lead, man. So we gonna
Oh,
see
you right, you're right, you're
where
right,
you going with
you're right.
this. We
Yeah.
gonna find out. What's up?
All right. Well, I'm go ahead and start off. Well, before we get into the NBA news, want to say RIP to Russell Butler, who passed earlier this week. Him and his wife was in a deadly car crash, and my condolences go out to him and his family. He was only
Yes.
38, who,
Yes.
which is crazy.
All right. That is crazy.
All right, Let's get into this NBA news. So, I really just want to hit like two topics when it comes to the NBA. One is this Blake Griffin trade. So, Blake Griffin, who we all thought was just going to be the the Lone Ranger on the Clippers, is
Mhm.
gone. He got traded to the Detroit Pistons for Avery Bradley, Boban, Tobias Harris, a couple more players, and a first round pick, which I think is a future first round pick. So
I'm
it
sure it
ain't
is.
nothing
Yeah.
to worry. Yeah, so it ain't nothing to worry about at the moment. But
Right.
uh, what what was your take on that trade? Because it shocked me.
You said what I think about it? I think about the trade.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, did I see it coming? I actually I didn't see Dirk getting traded at all. I'm not Dirk. Blake getting traded at all.
Blake.
Came out of left field a little bit. 'Cause I don't even know if he was being. I know he was being rumored earlier in the season, and then he got hurt, and so I haven't heard anything about him being moved since then. But with him randomly being traded to the Detroit Pistons of all teams, that was a shock. I didn't think he would be traded to the Detroit Pistons. Pistons pretty much unloaded to bring him in. An injury prone, pretty much an injury prone big man, who's locked in for like what the next 5 years. So it's something that he's used to. It's obviously something that he's had somewhat in LA with DeAndre Jordan. So he got Andre Drummond with him now. So him being able to do what he's been doing for the past few years, I don't think he would have any issues doing that. So it's interesting to see how this is going to play out for Detroit. Now, does this take Detroit over the hump? I don't know. I know they started off the season kind of hot. Do I still see them making the playoffs? Not necessarily. Then again, they not too far back of that eighth spot anyway. So maybe they can get some wins together. But they pretty much, like I said, unloaded the entire team to bring him in. So depth wise, they're gonna have some problems. But future wise, going into next year and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know. So I mean, we'll see. What you think?
I mean, looking at their roster, it's actually not that bad. They just got to learn to mesh together because Reggie Jackson, who's actually a pretty good point guard, like he ain't your superstar, but he can get you about 15. And now with
Reggie is
them
good.
too,
Yeah, you're right. Blake should be used to.
yeah, yeah,
Wasn't Reggie with the Clippers at one point in time?
I think so.
Yeah, so he should be used to Reggie too.
Yeah, so I think he can get you about 15 and 10, which
Uh huh.
which is probable. And
right?
like I said, like with their team, when you look at it, it's not bad. They're just young.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna charge you that.
I said it ain't too bad. Man. It ain't too bad. Ain't too bad at all. So, we'll see. There's some other players that's gonna be possibly on the move as well, man. You got Hassan Whiteside, his name been in the mix as well. You got to see if anybody's gonna pick him up. A few people. Speaking of Famous, since Famous is in the chat, you have even Marcus Smart being thrown out there. He's on the table. He's on a trading block. They looking for a first round. I don't know who's gonna give him up. Then again, the Celtics maybe they still trying to rob people or something. I don't know. What Boston trying to do? They're trying to get a first rounder for Marcus Smart. Don't know what kind of first rounder they're gonna get. But we'll see. I don't know if he's worth the first rounder, but you never know. You never know. Famous. Honestly, dog. I don't know if I have the power or the control. But if you honestly want to,
my fault.
I get you through it. There you go. What's going on, man? You back?
My fault. Yeah.
I thought I hold it down. While you know, I thought I hold it down.
Yeah, my auntie. She needed a charge. I'm sorry.
No, you all good. You all good.
Wait, Famous said he want to invite. Oh,
I don't know. Famous could be trolling. I don't know.
I mean, hey, yo,
you never know.
He's gonna.
But yeah, I was just talking about like how they got other people out there that's on the market as well for trade. So Blake might not be the only biggest piece that's being moved. There's other people out there that could possibly be traded. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy this trade deadline. This trade deadline, I should say.
Yeah, because I feel like the Cavs got to trade up their sleeve.
Oh yeah, what's the Cavs going to do? Who are they bringing in, Mark?
Man, I want them to get DeAndre, even though LeBron is going to leave regardless. But I want them to bring in DeAndre. Yeah, DeAndre. They could be like, oh man, it ain't gonna solve their defensive problems. Yeah, it will. It'll protect the paint because Tristan Thompson ain't getting the job done. I tell you that.
So what y'all gonna move to bring in Tristan? I mean, not Tristan, to bring in DeAndre.
Tristan. Possibly if they want to throw us Lou Will, we can throw them JR, maybe, and that Brooklyn first round pick.
So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Jerry West, the great GM that he's proven to be, he moved Blake Griffin. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that had a heavy contract, older guy. They wanted some young pieces, probably some expiring contracts. They get him out of there. Why would the Clippers take Why would the Clippers take a Tristan Thompson? I don't know how many years left is on his contract, but he's not playing up to his contract. Then you're gonna bring in J.R. Smith, who got re-signed. I don't know how many years is on his contract as well. Now that Brooklyn's pick could entice them to take those contracts, but at the same time, Clippers could be working, moving, trying to make some moves, getting ready for that free agency. These next two free agency classes that's coming up. The 2018 free agency class, I don't know what it's looking like right now, but I'm pretty sure LeBron James is headlining it. And then if you look at the 2019 free agency class, then you got Klay Thompson, I heard. Jimmy Butler is going to be out there on the market. It's going to be a lot of talented guys. I think Russ resigned, so Russ is not going to be out there. But I think even Paul George, I think he's this year. So Paul George, LeBron this season. So I don't know if they want to take those contracts, because I think they're trying to unload so they can get ready to make some pushes towards these free agents. I don't know. What you think?
I mean, because the Clippers, they in rebuild mode now. So if you're gonna, but when you think about it, if you're gonna rebuild, you might as well just blow the whole team up. Like, why not?
Okay.
That's why I think about it. Because what was it? The 2014 free agency when they kind of held DeAndre hostage from him going to Dallas.
Right.
And we all just thought, oh, he gonna be the first one gone. Nope. He the last one gone. That's crazy.
But no doubt he's gonna definitely be gone. Now if they moving Lou Will, hey, my Bucks, I wouldn't mind them going after Lou Will. Bring in a guy that can get on his own. Possibly move Delhi for him. I'm just saying.
Delhi.
Just look at it, Clippers. Look at Delhi, a veteran point guard. Just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not taking, man. Get out of here.
No, we ain't making no trades. Bucks is. I honestly, I can't see the Bucks making any kind of moves. Yeah, I can't see it happen. Nothing major. Maybe like I wouldn't mind them going after Cantor if he's on the block. That is said to be true. I wouldn't mind them going after him.
Y'all gonna eat that contract?
How many years he got left? I mean, Cantor's still young though.
He is, but are you gonna take that contract? No, I wouldn't.
Cantor's 25, 6'11", a true. He's pretty much a true big man, averaging 14 and 10. We could use a guy like Cantor on the team. Might have no choice. But at the same time, they got to figure out what they're gonna do with this cap that they're gonna have going into the offseason, because obviously they're gonna have to repay. They got to re-sign Jabari Parker some way, somehow. They're gonna have to re-sign. They can't afford to let him go. They can't afford to let him walk. I think they're gonna have to either re-sign him or match any contract that's gonna be given to him. Hopefully, nothing ridiculous. If you seen my boy last night, his debut game.
Jabari, yeah, true.
Yeah. Jabari dropped 12.
4-7 shooting.
Looking pretty good so far, man. Only on like 15 minutes. Let me see how many minutes he had. But he looked pretty good in his debut, man. So that was a good sign. I think they got to re-sign him because they're gonna need him. They're going to need him, and they can have the Fantastic Four with Bledsoe, Middleton, Giannis, and Jabari. The Fantastic Four. I'm just. That's gonna be.
It can be 5 if my long lost brother Thon improve.
First of all, since you brought up Thon, since you brought him up, Thon is so soft. Thon gotta go. I'm sorry, man. Thon has to go. I can't rock with Thon. Now, some people have been telling me to give him time like they did Giannis, but
thank you.
I don't know, man. It's getting kind of spooky right now.
So just gonna slender Thon though?
I mean, I like Thon, but I think we're using him wrong, and it could be that maybe he's a 4. He's not a 5. He has the size of he's tall as a 5, but the way he's plays,
a stretch. He's a stretch.
He's a stretch. You're right. He's a stretch, but he can't even knock down open shots. Thon will be wide open. Don will get at least a good 4 looks a game. It probably make only 1 or 2 of them, if that.
He has to work on his jumper.
He can't. That was one of his pros coming into the league, though. He was able to stretch the floor. He has.
He can.
He can, but it's gonna get to people leaving him wide open in the corner. He's not hitting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. That's just me. But
all
right. Let's get to this big news. The biggest hot take of the year. So, what day of the week was it? What was it? Wednesday, Thursday? When this report came out from ESPN about what they say. I think they said the Warriors. No, LeBron is willing to listen to the Warriors if they create a max salary slot for him. Oh my gosh, man. How do you feel about this? Because I might just go on a mini rant. Go ahead.
You talking about your boy Brian?
Yes, him possible. Actually, this ain't even never mind. I'll say my thoughts after you go. Go ahead, share your thoughts about that.
Look, you cannot. Like I said, you cannot put anything past LeBron. You can't. It's gotten to the point where, if it's possible, you can count LeBron in on making it happen. It's just. They could make it work. If LeBron wanted to go to Golden State, if LeBron said, you know what, I want to play for the Golden State Warriors, clear some cap space for me, I'm coming there. They got the pieces to do it. Now, they'll have to gut out the team, but I think if you got Curry, KD, and LeBron on your team, it really don't matter how much depth you got, because it's those 3 on the floor. They're going to be damn near unstoppable. Now, is it going to happen? No, it's not going to happen. I don't think it will. But hey, like I said, you can't put anything past LeBron. Anything can happen. But it's just crazy that this rumor randomly came out of nowhere. Like the Warriors, really the Warriors. Out of all the teams, LeBron,
out of all 30 teams.
Right. That's
But
already been said. LeBron plans on leaving Cleveland, but to say the Warriors, like even the Warriors are in the mix for AD. Like I don't know who's throwing out these rumors. They can get these guys. Will it happen? I doubt it. But I just found it funny, man. It's just funny to me. Now you can go ahead and go on your rant, man.
Let me go ahead. All right. First of all, this is a total clickbait article. So if you don't know. So if you don't know about journalism, that's what I'm kind of in school for, coaching. But like my sports management major, I can go into anything dealing with sports.
Oh, break it down for us, Mark. Go ahead and break it down for us.
So with sports journalism, well, any type of journalism really, to get people, and this is how people really get, this is how like beat writers get paid. They get paid off of clicks because I actually write for a website. I ain't done it in a while because of school and everything, but I write for a website. This is how people get paid. They get paid per click. So what is a better way to get people to click on your website and your article than to say LeBron is open to talk to the Warriors? That title, I wish I could like dig deep in the websites, into that articles, like specifically, and just see how many clicks it got, because I know it blew up the minute it hit. So I don't know. Like I said, this is a total clickbait article. LeBron is not going to go to State. Even if he did, who are they going to get rid of on the team for that to happen? Livingston and Iggy would probably have to sign for the vet minimum, and either KD or LeBron, because they're both going to be free agents, but KD ain't leaving. One of them two have to take a pay cut. I don't see that happening. Why would he want to go to State? If he goes to go to State. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron is my boy and all. I would say this. I would not like the move.
Go ahead.
But I wouldn't like it. But I mean, it's up to him, the path that he wants to go. If he wants to go the rings route, go ahead and go to State. Go ahead. But me, personally, when he first left Cleveland, I want him to go to Chicago. Because if you would have put him on that team with D Rose and all them, with that defensive team,
he should have went to the Knicks, man. He should.
I
wanted Wade to go to Chicago. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted Wade to go to Chicago.
I wanted both of them to go to Chicago. That would have been deadly.
I don't know if that would work. Not with Rose. I don't know. Rose needed the ball in his hands back then. I don't know if that would work.
Okay, Kyrie needed the ball in his hands, and we see how that turned out.
Kyrie can space the floor, though.
So can D Rose. He just can't shoot.
Nah, you can't space the floor. You can't shoot, right?
If you're attacking the rim, like sooner or later, everybody's gonna crash down on you. Sooner or later. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, man. This is a clickbait, man. Chris Haynes, he just won his paycheck. That's all.
Now, sir. Now I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Let's just say hypothetically this happens. LeBron James signs with the Golden State Warriors. Could you consider LeBron the greatest basketball player of all time? Correct, sir?
I say no.
Now.
I say no.
What?
I say no.
Since when?
I say no. Because why would you join a team that just beat you? It's kind of like a KD move.
So you saying if he joined, you can't call him the GOAT?
Nah, I couldn't call him the GOAT.
I got you on record. Okay.
But I mean, I see him going to Houston. I see him going to Houston anyway.
Oh, okay. So, is Houston like a bad team to go to though?
No.
Why can't LeBron just stay in Cleveland and make it work?
Because if you look at their roster, they are the oldest team in the league, for one. Two, LeBron. See, this is the thing with LeBron. He has, obviously, people call him the smartest basketball player. Probably ever. Probably smarter than Magic. when it comes to court IQ and everything. So, I mean, Ty Lue, he ain't a bad coach. It's just LeBron needs.
No, he was a bad coach. Ty Lue is terrible. Ty Lue might be worse than Jason Kidd. He might be worse than Jason Kidd.
Well, I mean, Tyronn Lue still got his job. So,
hey, that's because LeBron is his boy.
I mean, you can put him back as an assistant coach and bring in Fizdale. Bron cool with Fizdale.
Tyronn Lue is a terrible coach. Terrible.
I mean, he's all right. He ain't like top.
All right, bet.
I mean, whenever LeBron leaves, like he probably gonna get fired because they not. I mean, they'll make a run for the playoffs, but they'll get put out early.
No, if LeBron lead that team and Tyronn Lue is the coach, the Cavs gonna be back to doing what they was doing before LeBron got back there. A lottery team. Lottery team.
Well, I mean, they don't got any first round picks, so.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Cleveland gonna be in a bad spot if LeBron leaves.
When he leaves,
they gonna be in a bad spot if he leaves.
When he leaves, yeah, when he leaves.
You're right.
So, yeah, I see him going to Houston. I think him with CP3 and Harden that's a deadly trio.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They might have to gut that team too to bring in LeBron.
Really?
They got the cap for it.
I think they do. The only person they would have to get rid of is Ryan Anderson. They had to get rid of that contract.
Oh yeah.
And
hey, you know what? I hope LeBron goes west. I really do. I think. Famous,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, like I've been telling folks since last year. I said, give the Bucks 2 years. In 2 years, Bron will be gone. When Bron is gone, then that's when we take that leap. We leap over the Celtics. We leap over the Washington Wizards. Now it seems like Toronto want to be legit. I don't know. I really don't trust Toronto. I don't know.
I don't trust them. I don't trust them in the playoffs.
Like they just be overachievers. There's a lot of overachievers in the game. Anyway,
they're a team full of overachievers.
I think if knock on wood, everybody can stay. If Jabari can stay healthy,
which I hope he does.
If he can stay healthy, they got Bledsoe. Middleton, he's all right. He's good when he wants to be. He was bad last night. Bledsoe was bad last night, but when them dudes is on, they got a good 4. They might have. I hope I'm not reaching here. Top 5 starting lineup
in the NBA
from 1 through not 1 through 5, 1 through 4. They still ain't got a damn thing. 1 through 5, they might have a top 5 lineup, top 5 starting lineup.
In the
I think so. That could be a reach. That might be a reach.
And so you got the Warriors, Houston. Who else got a good starting?
Warriors, Houston.
I think Detroit has a good starting 5.
See what I'm saying?
When they all healthy.
All right, Minnesota, you see what I'm saying?
Minnesota.
I guess. People have said the Timberwolves are like the Bucks of the West.
They are because they're all young.
Right.
Who else got a good starting 5? The Spurs, since they put Murray in as the point guard. That's a good starting 5, especially if they can get Kawhi back healthy. Yeah, I can see at least 6 best starting 5.
Okay, I give you 6.
Yeah, like they in that upper tier of top 10. All right, let's go to your league now. We going to your league. Going to the least likable league, the NFL.
Sure.
What? I can't.
No, go ahead.
All right. So this week has kind of been the week of hirings. Well, these last 2 weeks have been the weeks of hirings for many NFL teams. One of them is Pat Shurmur for the former Vikings OC. What is he now? The head coach of the Giants?
Vikings OC, yes, he's not a head coach of the Giants.
Yeah, I think that'll be good. And they got the number what pick they got? I think 2 pick in the draft. So
Oh, the
I'm
Giants, I
totally
think they got the third. I think they got the third pick.
no,
Uh,
I think no, the Colts got the 3rd pick.
I thought they had the fourth pick. Well, I mean, hold on. I think
Cleveland,
the Giants.
Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland has the
I
1 and
go
4
look
pick.
it up. I go look it up.
Yeah, Cleveland. I can look it up. Cleveland
Yeah, I
has
go
the
look it
1
up.
and 4, and the Giants. The Giants is at 2, and I think the Colts is at 3.
Giants is at 2.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Man, wow, they do got the second. Wow, that's crazy. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and the Colts got the 3rd.
I knew
Right.
they had a pick before the Colts though. Okay, so Colts do got there. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah, I can't wait to do them mock drafts after the Super Bowl. It's gonna be lit. But
You might as well get ready for them now then.
yeah, yeah, I'm definitely.
All right.
What else was some hires? Matt Patricia, the Patriots defensive coordinator, went to the Lions, right?
Yep, got picked up by the Lions, man.
And the offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, went to the Colts. I was low key kind of depressed about that. Wanted him to go. Yeah, I wanted him to go to the Titans, but I ain't really upset about that. No, Titans. We got we got our head coach, the Texans defensive coordinator, former Super Bowl champ with the Patriots, Mike Vrabel. I'm expecting good things out of him. Now it's kind of sad, not even kind of. It's really sad. We didn't get to keep Dick LeBeau as our defensive coordinator.
He's old, man.
I'm kind of upset. I know, but he been old for how long?
I think we had Dick LeBeau up in Lambeau, if I'm not mistaken.
How long has he been old?
Nah, Dick LeBeau
He's like
been
what,
around.
80?
Dick LeBeau been around the league. I want to say at least probably about 50 years or so. He's been around the NFL for a long time. A long time.
Yeah, Titans. We got our offensive and defensive coordinator. So offensive coordinator is Matt LaFleur. I'm guessing he's French. He's French. I did a little bit of research on him because I didn't really know that much about him. He's a pretty good offensive coordinator from like some of the quarterbacks he was under, either as a quarterbacks coach or offensive coordinator or quality control coach. Like he had Matt Schaub. Matt Schaub's best season was in 2009 when he threw for almost 5,000 yards and 29 touchdowns and 15 picks. He was, what else was he? He was quarterbacks coach for RG3 for about 2 years, and we know how that went with them 2 years. He won Rookie of the Year. He was Pro Bowler as a rookie. And then second year, still threw for over 3,000 yards. And I mean, he had more interceptions his second year. Going back to college, Everett Golson, I know you don't know him, but he was there. He was the quarterbacks. He was a quarterbacks coach at Notre Dame, and his best season, in his only season there, he threw for over 3,000 yards and had 30 touchdowns. And who's the other quarterback? Matt Ryan. He was their offensive coordinator for 2 years, and really one for the last year, the 15-16 season, and that was Matt Ryan's MVP year. Had 38 touchdowns and 7 picks. And we obviously see what he's doing with Matt Ryan.
Okay.
What's your take on the Titans hire? Well, wait before you go into it. The defensive coordinator, I don't really know much about him.
Don't expose yourself, Mark. Don't expose yourself.
I mean, I don't follow the Ravens. Actually, I don't follow coordinators like that in the NFL. Really, I'm more in the college coordinators because I'm more of a college guy than a pro guy.
Mm. Mm.
But what's his name? Daniel Pease or something?
I have no idea actually.
Yeah, I think it's Daniel Pease. He was the Ravens defensive coordinator, and he wasn't apparent because I didn't follow the Ravens like that, but I always knew every single year they had a good defense. Kind of want to see their stats, their defensive stats year by year. He was there.
Go ahead.
What's your thoughts on that? On the Titans hire? Well, really the NFL hires that's been going on. Any take?
You said what?
I said, do you have any takes on the hires that's been happening?
Honestly, the biggest hire that I've seen so far, like I said, I'm curious to see what the Vikings ex offensive coordinator does in New York. Seeing what he was able to do with that offense over there, we know pretty much with like backups outside of the wide receiving core. If Thielen, I know how I feel about Thielen. I'm not sold on him. I feel like it's more so the coordinator
Slander.
than him necessarily. But if he can use Odell the same way he used Adam Thielen, then I can see Odell having a monster year. And then if they come in, get another quarterback, whoever they plan on drafting, if they decide to go in a different direction with Eli, I personally see him still there going into the next year. But hey, if he was able to work wonders with Case Keenum, even Sam Bradford to start the season, I think he can, give Eli another great year before going with the rookie quarterback. And so I think it's a great fit for the Giants. I think if you get that defense and offense, hopefully the defense bounces back as well because they had a rough year last year, but I think they got enough talent where they can bounce back as a unit. And like I said, if you give them that offense that he had with the Vikings with better players like Odell, Sterling, Ingram, that tight end that they have, maybe I think they only really missing is a running back. Now maybe they go to running back route. Who knows? Get Barkley.
Which I think they will if they're smart.
They get Barkley with that offense. Give Eli another run. I don't know, man. It's crazy. They got so many possibilities that they pick. So unless they make a move for Le'Veon will be a free agent. I don't know what they cap look like. They might not have that much cap to give out anyway. Because I think
I'm about to say I don't think they got that much salary cap since they gave it out.
So cap wise, I can't see them making too many moves in free agency. So if they want that running back now, maybe they get a dime later on in the year. Later on in the draft, like maybe second round, they can find a running back in the second round. Then again, they still need an offensive tackle. They still need a left tackle. So the Giants, they almost there. I think with that pickup, I think that could be a good move. So that's probably the best move I've seen in the offseason so far when it comes to coaching.
Yeah, true. And another piece of NFL news. This one was a shocker earlier in the week. Alex Smith got traded to the Redskins, and the minute he got traded, he automatically signed a God, what's the contract on that? It's something atrocious. Alex Smith.
I know he got $70 million guaranteed.
I think it's it's a 4-year, $94 million contract extension. Really? Now, do you think Alex Smith is worth $94 million?
Not at his age, no. Like I said in the podcast yesterday, what you're getting from Alex Smith is not really too much you're going to get that you had with Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is a younger version of Alex Smith. They could have just gave Kirk that money that they paid Alex Smith, and all that franchise tag and stuff they've been doing in the past could have been over with. Maybe Kirk wanted to leave the whole time, Maybe they feel like they want to part ways. I don't know if Alex Smith was the answer. Like I said, also in the podcast yesterday as well, they really could have just played it out, possibly drafted a quarterback. I don't know who would have failed. I think they have the 15th pick in the draft. I guarantee a quarterback would have been there at the 15th spot, and they could have got somebody a lot cheaper. Or rather than paying Alex Smith all that money, they could have used that money in free agency, brought in somebody else. But instead, they gave it to Alex Smith, who was 34, 35 years old, for like the next. I think they gave him a 4-year extension. So, that was crazy to me. That was crazy.
Yeah, Alex Smith is 33.
He's 33. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, they really could have just got somebody a lot cheaper in the draft.
That was a shocker because Kirk Cousins. I mean, when you look at their stats, I mean, you could say Alex Smith is better, but I mean, Kirk Cousins was doing this.
They like I say they like the same tier of quarterback.
Yeah, like they slightly above average.
Right.
Even though I know I said he was the MVP of the season. That was through the first month of the season. It was the first month of the season.
And his shoulders better than the league.
That was the first month of the season. You telling me that my mind couldn't change?
I knew they wasn't head and shoulders better than the rest of the field. I told you that.
Them first 5 games,
they still wasn't better than the rest of the field. Hey, you said head and shoulders.
And looking back at it now, you know, the Titans beat them. That's kind of
exactly
kind of shocker. But what's that cover? NFL. Oh, Hall of Fame. So actually later on tonight, you wanna yeah, go ahead and break. Wait, had they said all the finalists or had they said some of them?
All the finalists. I got the list. I got the list.
Of the people that actually made the Hall of Fame?
You said who?
You said other people that actually made it, or just the finalists?
Yeah, I got all the Hall of Famers. I got all the inductees. I got all of them.
All right, go ahead.
First name I seen, Randy Moss. Y'all know how I feel about Moss. Now, I'm not saying Randy Moss did not deserve to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Because if you look at his numbers and the talent, obviously, he deserves to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But since they did the same thing to T.O., you can compare both careers. Both careers on and off the field were similar. I would say Moss was actually worse off the field than T.O., more worse than he was, because Moss has been accused of quitting on teams. He's been accused of doing that. He's had a lot of issues off the field, such as T.O. T.O. was more locker room issues that they felt like T.O. was tearing apart teams and stuff like that. When in reality, in my opinion, after he left Dallas, he was pretty much quiet. He went to the Buffalo Bills, didn't hear nothing from him when he was up there in Buffalo. Didn't hear nothing from him in Cincinnati. Then he went to Seattle. I think he would have been decent with Seattle as well. So whereas with Moss, after he left the Minnesota Vikings, he went to the Raiders. That's where a lot of his stuff came out. And the reason why they left, why he got traded from the Vikings, is how he was doing. He was doing the sponsors or something like that. He was coming at them crazy. They had to get him out of Minnesota. He went to the Raiders, pretty much quit on that team. Then he got traded to the Patriots. He bounced back his career with the Patriots. Then his last year with the Patriots, it got him out of there. He got traded from the Patriots as well because Bill didn't want to deal with him no more. Then he went to the Titans for a week. Then he went to the Vikings. The Vikings let him go again. Then he finished out his career with the San Francisco 49ers. But I just think if you're going to use all that stuff against T.O., you got to do the same thing with Randy Moss. Because T.O. should have been the first ballot as well. They actually kept him off the ballot 2 years in a row to prove whatever point that they was trying to prove. But I'm glad to see that, does Moss deserve it? He deserves it. But like I said, if you're going to keep that same standard for T.O., they should have held it for Moss. Another guy that made it, obviously Ray Lewis, first ballot Hall of Famer as well. Yeah, that was a guaranteed. Yeah, that was a guaranteed. Now this one threw me off a bit because I didn't think he was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Brian Urlacher was named to the Hall of Fame. They got him as a first ballot Hall of Famer. Brian Urlacher, I didn't think he was the first ballot. I didn't think he could have got in that early.
You
That
can
was a bit of a reach in my opinion. I thought it was going to be him or Lewis, and I gave the nod to Lewis. But
hold on.
you said Brian Urlacher was the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Let me look up
Brian
this.
Dawkins made it as well on his second ballot, and T.O. made it. He finally got in. So that was good to see that T.O. actually made it this time around. It was good to see. I had Brian Dawkins as the first rounder as well. The only question mark I had was for Moss. Even though talent-wise, he deserved it. But Brian Urlacher definitely, I think he could have waited. But, I mean, it is what it is. What you think? What you think of those names?
Actually, well, I think I'm not surprised one bit by this Hall of Fame list.
It's a good class.
It's a very good class. It might be one of the best ones. I mean, I ain't really surprised by this list. I mean, you couldn't really go wrong with any of them. I'm not surprised that Randy made it in his first ballot. And who else made it? T.O. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they was like, well, I guess if we gonna put T.O. in, we might as well go ahead and just put Randy in too, or like kind of like vice versa.
I
like
thought they
if
was gonna make
Randy
Moss wait a year, but
nah, dude, they weren't gonna make him wait. With the stats he had, well, I mean, him and T.O. are kind of like neck and neck in terms of almost everything. So you couldn't really go wrong. Brian Dawkins, I mean, I guess, yeah. Feel like maybe he could have waited another year. I don't really got a strong opinion about that for Dawkins.
They could have made who wait another year?
Dawkins.
I think he. I thought he should have got in first ballot.
I mean, maybe put in a lineman in his place. Like, think this is one of the rarest years where an offensive lineman didn't make the Hall of Fame.
Who was the nominee?
Think Alan Faneca for the Steelers, and it was another one. I can't think of his name. Yeah, it was like two offensive linemen on that list that didn't make it.
They was just saying how Ty Law, he didn't make it. He didn't get in.
Yeah, Ty Law. I'm not surprised. First in the first ballot?
Was this his first ballot?
I think so.
I knew Adrian James wasn't going to make it.
No, he wasn't going to make it.
But like I said, I think I picked I don't know if I picked Moss, but I know I had 3 people I picked. They got in. So,
because I mean, looking at this list it's like childhood players, like everybody that we looked up to growing up. So I ain't really surprised by that list. So let's go ahead and end this podcast with the Super Bowl. So tomorrow, gonna probably be this game gonna go one of two ways. It's either gonna be the underdogs or it's gonna be the dynasty. I'm gonna let you go first on kind of like give your take and who do you think is gonna win? Well, who do you who do you think is gonna win?
I'm going to root for. I'm not going to root for the Patriots. Excuse me. Let me rewind that.
I'm
going to pick the Patriots to win the Super Bowl. I trust me. I would love for them to lose, but I honestly can't see the Eagles beating the Patriots. A backup quarterback, Nick Foles, even though he's been a starter before, he's never been in this game. Now you can say the same. He was never in the NFC game and he balled out. But they're going against the Patriots. And normally teams that beat the Patriots are like veteran teams, veteran coaches. They go in there, they handle their business. They're not afraid of them like most of these other teams get when they see the Patriots. But I think a team like the Eagles, I think maybe they are a year early. Same thing that happened with the Dallas Cowboys. I think they was just a year. They had all that success, just maybe too fast. And then following the year, they couldn't handle it. I think this moment might be a little too big for them on this stage, but I would love to be wrong. I would love for Brady to lose. Then I can do my troll. But I can't pick against Brady this time. Not this time. The team is just way too inexperienced, and they're gonna have to play their best football. Like now, like I said, you can give him some credit. He beat a much better defense than the Patriots, the Vikings defense. He aired them out, almost put up 400 yards on that defense.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna get that lucky again, going up against New England. Bill Belichick coach defense against this team. I can't see him losing to a backup quarterback. I can't see it happen. But that's just me. So that's why, by default, just like Tom Brady's MVP awards, he's going to win it by default. I gotta pick the Patriots by default. I got to. They lucked up.
Yeah. Got a score prediction?
What you think?
Do you got a score prediction?
Yeah, what's your prediction?
No. I'm asking you, like, what's going to be the score?
I'm picking the Patriots.
Not score.
Oh, score.
Yeah, the score.
2017. 2017 game Patriots.
Low score. Okay. I kind of see that.
I got that as a low scoring game. Yeah.
Yeah, because Super Bowls really ain't high scoring like that. Man, my prediction? Oof. Me, I'm the underdog kind of person. No matter what championship.
Underdog.
I always go for the underdog, no matter what. But it's hard to beat Brady.
It's not, but I guess.
Well, my fault. When the refs is on, when the refs is not on the Patriots side, when the refs is on the Patriots side, then they're hard to beat. When they're not on their side, then it's pretty even. But oh man, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Something tells me, I don't know what it's gonna be, but something tells me that they're actually gonna upset them. I don't know what.
I would love for the upset to happen, bro. Trust me, I would love for the upset to happen.
Because the way that Jacksonville's defense looked against them was pretty well, and the Eagles have, like, I say the second or third, give or take, Minnesota. Well, second, since they just destroyed Minnesota. They got the second best defense behind Jacksonville, and they also got speed. Like, they have the best front four in the NFL because it's like you can rotate four out, and like the next four is just as good as the regular four. And my boy Derek Barnett, coming off the edge against that terrible left tackle is going. It's going to be interesting.
Wow, that's crazy. Go ahead. No, make this name who the offensive player of the year was. Go ahead.
Who's the breaking news? Who's the offensive player of the year?
Todd Gurley.
Hey.
I'm shocked they gave it to him over Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown was a monster this season.
So was Gurley.
He won AB.
It's kind of hard to be a wide receiver.
Not to win offensive player of the year. No, it ain't. Most wide receivers win that award.
Hold on, let me see Gurley's stats from this year.
You said what?
I'm gonna look up Gurley's stats real quick.
I mean, Gurley had a good year, but I mean,
he had a very good year.
Antonio Brown, that man, he missed 3 games. He could have put up 2,000 yards.
True. Let's see.
Todd Gurley one of the leading rusher.
What was he? Top 5 in rushing?
Hold on. How many receiving yards? He was second, but let me see how many receiving yards he had. Because that probably would have gave him
almost. He had almost
1,000. He had about how many all-purpose yards he had? I guess he had about 2,000 all-purpose yards. Okay.
Yeah, and how many total? And like 19 total touchdowns too.
Okay, all right. Okay, AB was just a monster though. I don't know.
Yeah, he was.
AB looked unguardable. Like you couldn't even defend AB.
He still can't.
He was like what, 80%? Still put up 2 touchdowns against the Jags. How many touchdowns he put up? 3?
About 2 or 3.
I'm just saying, AB was man, that's crazy.
100 catches.
But I can see that.
100 catches, 1,500 yards, and 9 touchdowns. That's crazy. But oh yeah, and my boy Alvin Kamara won Offensive Rookie of the Year, which was very deserving.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I mean, some people would have made a case for Kareem Hunt, but like I did the first month of the season before Alvin Kamara sprung out. But back to my Super Bowl prediction. Like I said, I got the Eagles. I got just a tad bit higher scoring than yours. Not too high scoring, like in the high 30s. I mean, in the low 30s.
Look, if it's a high scoring game, look, in my opinion, I've yet to see Brady win a shootout. I've yet to see him win a shootout in the Super Bowl. His defense has made stops to put
I don't think he's ever been in a shootout.
That's what I'm saying. Like Brady I don't know if he wins shootouts. Like his defense has to have some stops to give him back the ball. He'll go back down there if you give him enough opportunities. He'll go back down there and score. But it's not like the offense. It's like the other team scored and he went back down, scored again, and then the other team put up points and he put up points again. I don't think he wins those games. Not in the Super Bowl. So they make it. If the Eagles is putting up points, give me the Eagles. I can't see Tom Brady in a shootout. I can't. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but I can't see him in a shootout, winning the shootout.
Yeah, and Gronk got cleared to play too, so that's kind of a big help. But yeah, I got it just a little bit higher scoring. I got it 23-20 Eagles.
What you got it at?
23-20.
23-20. That ain't high score.
Wait, yeah, wait. I said a little bit more high scoring than yours. Just
you
a little bit.
23-20?
Yeah. So just tack on a field goal.
I guess. I mean, that's still a low scoring game to me. I guess. I thought you just looked at 30, like 38.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I said a little more high scoring than yours. Just
I guess technically it is. I guess you're right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like Nick Foles, I feel like he gonna. I don't know, bruh. I mean, I don't want to say it's the system, but
it might be the system, man. I don't know.
Yeah. He might be a system man because we seen what he looked like with the Rams under Jeff Fisher's trash. I'm not gonna curse. I'm trying to become a new person, but just know that Jeff Fisher was hot trash. See what he did with Vince Young. Just keep him away from the NFL.
And we all seen that. That's crazy.
Just had some good times with the Titans. Other than that, just But that is all. You got any closing remarks, kid?
Man, look, it should be a great weekend for sports. Super Bowl this Sunday. Football season comes to an end for another 7 months. Crazy, man. I got 7 months.
6.
I mean, you want to count preseason, sure, but
no. I'm
real
counting
football.
Wow! You
got to wait 7 months for some real football.
No, 6.
Crazy,
6.
It's gonna be a long 7 months for me, man.
It's gonna be a long 6 months. trying to disrespect college football. I can't let you do that, sir.
Hey man, that ain't my lane. That is not my lane at all.
That's all the way my lane. I can't wait. First game of the season.
Should be a good weekend, man. Should be a good weekend.
Yep. And we will see you guys next time.